What's going on, everybody? Today, it's kind of a boring day. Not hot rod stuff really, but we're going to, the old cluster truck, we're going to be moving some vehicles in short. So I need to get our old scraggly trailer that actually has new axles and everything underneath it, so it's kind of in good shape. I actually need to get the trailer winch mounted. So I'm going to kind of do that today. I'm not going to do it the way I really wanted to do it. The way I really wanted to do it is I wanted to take a toolbox, mount it to the front, and then put the winch in there on a receiver, raise the receiver up, use the winch, drop the receiver down, close the lid, and then your winch is stored in a toolbox, kind of out of the weather. The toolbox I got was a snap-on one, but I got the toolbox before I got the winch, and there was a great sale at the good old Harbor Freight, and I kind of upsized the winch from what my original plan was supposed to be, so it doesn't fit. So I'm hunting for another toolbox, something bigger, simple like that I can mount to the front and then raise it up and use it for pulling vehicles on and off, and then yeah, I mean, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to do some stuff. I got a battery box out of a old Econoline Ford van, kind of like our motif on all the cars is to put period stuff on. So I know that winch isn't period. I'd love to have an old worn winch. That's what I was originally looking for, but they are so expensive. And plus it's old. It might fall apart and not work, kind of like the rest of our stuff. I had enough of that. The motif is kind of trying to keep stuff sort of period correct on the cars and maybe a little bit on the trailer, so you kind of look like you came back from the 60s or whatever. And if you didn't know, I'm going to try, you can see the car sitting over there in the yard. I'm going to try, I want to make the wagon the toe piece. I want to put a Coyote in it. For now, not souped up or anything, just make sure I've got good brakes, and it's already I put a brake controller in it and stuff, and then tow the race cars with the wagon. How cool would that be? It's already got air ride on it, so I can adjust the suspension. I just think that would be really cool. What do you guys think? Write in the comments. So I'm going to get to working on the trailer here and try and get this winch mounted. I was going to make this plate until I saw how cheap it was. That adapter goes on that and adapts that little roller piece on there. So I'm going to take that apart and see how that works. Hopefully it fits. By all measurements it should, but I've been wrong before. I'm going to be wrong again, and probably again and again. Even a blind squirrel gets a nut now and again, so I'm hoping that I'm right this time. I don't think I could have bought the steel for what I've got in this. So let's see how this goes. Should fit that. Let's see if the bolt pattern matches. Oh, look. The bolt pattern matches there. Now what about here? Sucker is heavy. Look at that. Ha! Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and mount that on there. Oh, now it's time to mount it on there. I gotta find my tape measure. Oh, right there it is. Oh. And I'll make sure it's sort of centered. Good enough for who it's for. This tells me exactly where I need to grind so I can get a good weld. Already done that, so I'll get the welding on this now. It's 4. Well, that's good enough for what it's for. I'm just gonna get to bolting this stuff together now. The next thing is I gotta mount all this fun stuff. So I'm thinking probably about there. It's probably good. Right there. Right there. Right there. Cut this off and use this piece for the front part. So I think that's what I'll do next. I'll cut that off. Was running out of time. It takes time to video. It adds time. We are running up against the wire. It's late Tuesday. Tomorrow we are moving the NASCAR out of here, the wagon out of here, the Fairlane out of here, so we have room to work. It's been cluttered up for too long, and so I had to get all this on. It's all on. I need some zip ties and some zip screws to make some brackets there. Turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So thanks for sticking around with us. And there's 7 days in a week. Some day isn't one of them.
Tomorrow.
Don't tell anybody we're moving with Fords with a Chevy. All right?
That went way smoother than I thought it was gonna go. That's the least bucket list mob thing we've ever done, to be quite honest. Send it. Right. Did it stop smoking? It's not even smoking.
There's oil in it.
What happened?
You heard us talking about
Normally we're fogging for mosquitoes by now. All right, boys. We're loaded up. One strap on the front, one strap on the rear. You know what that means. It's good enough for who it's for. So we're gonna get some stuff out of here.
Look at all that. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there.
That oil.
Whoops.
The next box. Let's fix that.
Yeah, I just want this thing to be able to drive it, dude.
All right.
What's he doing? Matter.
Jack was down. The safety pin.
Oh.
It was in the toolbox. And it's latched.
I don't know. Go around us there.
It'll be fine.
How you like that, Matt? That's nice, ain't it?
Better. This thing runs good. Brakes a little touchy, but it's all good.
Eventually,
I want to go fast.
You got your sunglasses on. I'm glad you got those on for a windshield that you can't see out of.
Right.
Anybody think this is going to be a not great idea? Oh yeah, whoa, stop. Yeah, you're not even close to being able to hit that ramp. Stand by.
Move it in close enough.
No, not at all.
Pull the truck down a little bit.
Not at all. Yep.
tomorrow for sure.
So I remounted that where I like it, plus it clears things better. It's much lower. I can even move that box if I have to. I didn't like how it was mounted, but I didn't have cutoff wheels to get rid of that bar that went all the way across, so we had to actually hammer that thing flat, the old one flat, in order to get the NASCAR on. So it's taken care of now, and I have a little bit of welding to do to make some end pieces here to support those little rampy thingies there to stop the car from going off the end of the trailer. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. We'll call it done, minus the fact that I'm going to get a toolbox. I tried to get a toolbox to put underneath that, and then you can close it and then hide everything and lock it up and protect it from the weather. But I wasn't able to get that today. The guy never called me back. But however, I did get another transmission for us, and it'll be a spare for Mega Week for the truck, and just in case, and then it'll be the transmission for the Fairlane. It's a performance automatic unit. I'm going to go get that out of the car right now. This is the unit. See all that? I had thrown a tarp in the back of the Lincoln in the trunk, and somehow none of that transmission fluid got in my trunk by a miracle. It's everywhere else though, and there's a lot more transmission fluid in this thing than I thought. I'm going to get that plastic off there. I'm going to roll it around so we can pull the pan off and take a peek at that, just to kind of see if I can figure out what valve body is in this thing, and see if we got a good deal. Something a little more persuasive. There we go. A little bit of clutch material. Kind of expected. It's used, right? Not too bad. And it is a performance automatic. This is their internal solenoid for the trans brake. And on top of that, you don't have to push the trans brake button for reverse to work. So that's kind of a benefit. So looks good. I am not upset at all. This was a great deal on this transmission. Ricky was a very gracious, very nice guy, and hope to run into Ricky again. Pretty cool dude. So that's pretty much it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the transmission over to Jack's at A Plus Transmission. He's going to go through it just to make sure everything's cool, and we'll probably get an update on what else is going on inside this transmission from him. In the meantime, there's 7 days in a week. Someday isn't one of them.